Almighty God, that the evidence I shall give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth.
Miss Jordache, when did you first see your dad hit your mum?
When I was 7.
Can you remember much about the incident?
Yeah, bits. I remember having a birthday party and there being lots of kids there and them making a real mess of the house. And I remember my dad getting home before Mum had a chance to clean up.
What else?
Just that he hit her once across the face, and then I was sent to bed.
Were you aware of the violence continuing as you grew older?
Yeah, sort of. Sometimes I'd hear it, and other times I'd walk in on it. But I always knew if something had happened, because she'd be wearing lots of makeup to try and hide the bruises, or clothes that covered any marks on her arms and legs.
So, to the best of your knowledge, this went on throughout your childhood?
Yeah.
During this period, did your father ever hit you?
No.
Not even a smack across the legs?
Nothing.
No. Did he treat you in a way that you found upsetting?
Well, not until I got a bit older.
How?
He started coming into my room late at night when I was, about 12.
Was there a pattern to these visits?
That was usually after him and Mum had had an argument.
What would happen after he came in?
He'd hold me tightly or lay down next to me.
Did he say anything?
He just said that he was sorry that him and Mum weren't getting on.
Is that all?
No, after a while he started saying that he wished Mum could be more like me and that we could all be happy then.
Were you comfortable with the situation?
No.
Why not?
Because I was worried about my mum. And I didn't like the way he held me.
This went on over a long period?
Yeah.
Did it follow the same pattern?
For a while. And then one day...
What?
He, touched me.
Where?
My breast.
The dirty git.
Did he say anything about touching you?
He just said that I wasn't to tell Mum because she wouldn't understand.
And did this touching become a regular thing?
It got worse.
Would you tell the court how?
One night my mum had gone out and he came into my room like he always did. But this time he forced my hand down his trousers onto his penis. And then he just kept telling me that he loved me. And then he proved it.
How, Beth?
He got into my bed and he lifted up my nightie and he pulled his trousers down and then he raped me.
So what was life like at home in the weeks leading up to your father's death?
It was like I was living in a nightmare.
How?
Because we should never have let him back in. He terrorised us. He took over and he started drinking and hitting Mum again.
Did he make any approaches to you?
No. I wouldn't even talk to him, let alone allow him to touch me.
Was he violent in any way towards you?
Not until towards the end. It was the only way he had left of trying to control me.
How did you cope with all this?
I didn't. At first I tried to fight him, I tried to push him out, but it was no good, so I just gave up and I pretended he wasn't there.
So what was it that transformed you from a state of bitter acceptance into someone so distraught, so torn apart, that you were driven to lace your father's scotch with weed killer? I
came in one night and found my mum lying on the floor. She'd been beaten unconscious. And then I went upstairs to check on my sister. And I found my dad lying in bed with Rachel with his arms around her. Just like he had with me.
So how did the sight of seeing your own sister, subjected to the same ordeal as you faced, make you feel?
Well, I couldn't feel anything at first. And then it was like my head was going to explode. I kept hearing this voice over and over in my head saying, kill him, kill him, kill him, kill him.
Is that what you wanted to do?
No. I just wanted my mum and Rachel to be safe. I wanted him out of our lives before he drove us all mad or killed us. I didn't know what I was doing or what I was thinking, just that there was this man living with these 3 women and he'd raped them all. And somebody somehow had to do something about it.
So, Miss Jordache, even at the tender age of 7, you were able to recognize domestic violence.
Well, you know what I mean. I saw him hit her.
And how often were you witness to such scenes?
Well, I don't know exactly.
Well, once a week, a month, a year.
It's hard to say.
So you can't tell me how often your father allegedly beat your mother, but you can remember the minutest detail from your 7th birthday party.
Yes.
You were witness to one other incident, weren't you, Miss Jordache? An incident which took place on the 5th of September, 1990.
Yes.
The night your father put your mother in hospital. An assault for which he was charged with grievous bodily harm and subsequently imprisoned.
I should have been given life.
And you were witness to the whole assault?
Yeah, I saw it all through a crack in the living room door. He beat it to a pulp.
That must have been a very traumatic experience.
Oh, yeah, it was.
So traumatic that it fundamentally influenced your perspective both on your father's past and on events yet to unfold?
No.
So witnessing that vicious assault didn't change your opinion of your father?
No, I already knew exactly what I thought of him.
Are you referring to your claim that he sexually abused you?
Yes.
A claim that you repeated to your mother soon after the alleged incident took place?
Yes.
And a claim which remains unsubstantiated?
Well, he was hardly going to advertise it in the paper, was he?
Well, I don't know. He's not here to answer for himself, is he?
No, he's not.
So why is it, do you think, that when you went to your mother, distraught, alleging that your own father had raped you, she did nothing to protect you from further assault?
Well, she wanted to, but she was terrified of him.
All the more reason to report his alleged crimes.
But that's why he beat her, because she threatened him with the police.
There was no sexual abuse, was there, Elizabeth?
Yes, there was.
And you didn't tell your mum anything, and she wasn't beaten up by your father because she threatened him with the police.
He battered her.
Yes, he did. But over something else, something between them that we'll probably never know about.
You're
Not
wrong.
because of a sexual assault that never took place.
You're wrong.
You can't seriously expect me to believe that having been beaten by her husband for confronting him with the rape of his own daughter, your mother then failed to report this fact to the police, settling instead for an assault charge.
That's what happened.
No. Your mother was assaulted, your father was brought to book for that assault, nothing else. There were no hints of sexual abuse.
No.
They came later, a product of your fertile imagination.
No.
The same imagination that cooked up similar accusations against your father concerning Rachel.
Where are you getting all this stuff from?
Well, let us examine the facts for a moment. On the night you allege your father forced himself on your sister, exactly what did you see?
My dad, lying in the bed under the quilt with Rachel with his arms wrapped round her.
And? That was all?
Oh, yeah.
And has a loving father no right to cuddle his daughter in such a manner? Particularly when it transpires the other 2 women in his life are planning to kill him. Seems to me that Rachel was the only member of his family willing to offer him any genuine affection.
He raped her.
You saw no rape? You heard no rape? Your own sister testified that there was no rape.
I know exactly what he did.
No, that's what you wanted to believe. Because it fitted in neatly with the image you had of your father. A man who you witnessed 5 years before, batter your mother with such ferocity that you could never bring yourself to forgive or forget.
No, I couldn't, not after what
And
he'd
your
done to us all.
pathological hatred of Trevor was fueled not by any sex attack on you or your sister Rachel, but by your mother drumming it into you that someday, one day, somehow, you could get your vengeance.
No.
And upon his release from prison and reappearance in your home, between you, you hatched a plot to kill him, convinced that was the only way to wipe out the pain of the memory of that beating.
You don't know what he was...
When did you decide to kill him, Elizabeth?
After he raped Rachel.
Then why didn't you report this alleged rape?
We had no proof.
There was nothing to prove.
He was beating me.
Driving you mad?
Yes.
We heard an expert witness testify to the agony involved in being poisoned by the weed killer you administered to your father. Would you say Trevor suffered much after you and your mother poisoned him?
He was in pain, yes.
For several days up until his death?
Yes.
By which time he was virtually incapacitated.
Well, he was still strong enough to beat the hell out of me.
And it was during this alleged attack that your mother stabbed and killed him.
Yes.
What exactly was the root cause of this alleged attack?
I don't know. We had an argument and he blew up.
Despite the fact that his strength must have been massively debilitated as a result of the weed killer you and your mother had given him?
Yes.
Was there an argument that day, Miss Jordache? Or did you simply lure Trevor out into the open so that your mother could finish him off?
He was beating me. He was ranting and raving, saying he was going to kill us all.
Why?
Because that's what he was like.
Why would a man crippled in pain suddenly decide to launch into a verbal and physical attack with his own daughter? Did you provoke him?
No.
Was that part of the plan? Engineer an argument so the neighbours would hear, add another brick to your wall of defence?
No.
How did you provoke him that day? Did you tell him about the weed killer? How did you make a man, doubled up in agony, launch into such a ferocious assault?
It was the tablets.
What?
Nothing.
What tablets?
He deserved it.
Deserved what?
To die.
What tablets?
The ones I was crushing up to put in his hot milk because the weed killer didn't work. We had to get rid of him. We didn't know what else to do. For God's sake, the man was a psychopath.
So your father attacked you while debilitated from the effects of the weed killer poisoning because he caught you trying to prepare a drug overdose for him.
Yeah.
And then supposedly in the heat of the moment, your mother stabbed and killed him?
Yes. He was driving us mad.
No further questions.
What?
No further questions.
Well, I've got a few questions.
Miss Jordache.
I want to know why we're on trial for protecting ourselves against that vicious...
Beth.
Miss Jordache.
I want to know why he was never punished for what he did to us. And why women end up in prison for life for trying to protect themselves against animals like my father.
I have to request your
against
removal
scum
from this...
who think a wedding ring is a license to terrorise, to punch and kick and
Miss
choke and rape.
Jordache! Any more of this and I shall hold you in contempt of court.
Contempt. Oh, that just about sums this place up, doesn't it? Some justice this is.
Thank you. Dr. McCallie, while the ladies and gentlemen of the jury peruse these photographs, could you possibly talk us through the injuries sustained by Mrs. Jordache during the assault in question, as documented in these photographs?
Yes. Multiple contusions to the lower left and right tibia, a hairline fracture of the right femur, multiple fractures to the rib cage, fracture to the left wrist, multiple contusions to both upper arms, multiple facial fractures to the jaw, cheekbones, and nose.
Mrs. Shackleton, what was it that led you to believe that this was a case which merited your organization's urgent attention?
Well, we were very much disturbed by the ferocity of the attack for which he was imprisoned.
Could you expand on that, please?
Well, from what I saw of Mrs. Jordash's injuries, her husband seemed to have crossed the line between the calculated bullying violence we come across every day into something more frenzied. I would say it was more by luck than judgment that she wasn't killed during that last assault.
So, Amanda Jordache, having placed herself in your hands, took the refuge you offered, made this safe house her home, and then proceeded to lie about phone calls that were never made, letters that were never written, and in a complete about-turn took in the very man you were meant to be protecting her from. A fact you only learned 2 years later when his corpse was exhumed from the back garden of your safe house. Is that correct?
Yes.
Thank you.
Dr. Cunningham, in drawing your conclusion that Amanda Jordache had indeed suffered from abnormality of mind, you make references to a condition known as chronic post-traumatic stress disorder.
Yes.
What is the nature of this condition?
It's suffered by a person who's been subjected to a traumatic experience of exceptional severity involving a threat to life or to bodily integrity.
And Amanda Jordache, and indeed Elizabeth Jordache, showed symptoms of this disorder.
Yes, at various points in their interviews and to varying degrees. They showed most of the classic symptoms.
So, in simplistic terms, what you're telling the court is that both Amanda Jordache and Elizabeth Jordache were suffering from chronic post-traumatic stress disorder at the time you interviewed them.
Yes.
Please take the book in your right hand.
My apologies for interrupting. Is somebody in the public gallery taking notes?
Hey, soft girl. The pig's talking to you.
You are?
You may not be aware, madam, but any unauthorized note-taking by members of the public is prohibited in the court.
What he said?
No writing.
Oh. Well, I'm sorry, Your Grace, but I was just doing my numbers for the lottery.
Mr. Sweeney, how long have you known Mrs. Jordache?
Just on 2 years now.
And what did you know of her domestic situation?
Not much.
And nothing of her husband's violent nature?
Not at first, and then I knocked around for something one night and I saw him battering her. It was horrible. It was then that it all fell into place. Oh, how she changed after Trevor turned up on the doorstep. She became a complete nervous wreck overnight.
When you witnessed this assault, why didn't you intervene in some way?
Wish I had it done now. Suppose at the time I thought that I would have just made things worse.
So, after this incident, what did you then do?
Well, there wasn't much I could do while he was still on the scene. I just kept in touch with her, talked to her and that.
So, after Mr. Jordache's disappearance?
I got closer to her.
Got to know her very well?
Yeah.
Got to know how things were between her and her husband?
The beatings and what he did to the girls, the lot.
How do you think this sort of treatment affected her?
Oh, drove her mad. Nearly ruined her life.
Till you came along?
Don't know about that.
And how long have you been in a relationship with Mrs. Jordache?
Well, it depends on what you mean.
How long has your relationship been of a sexual nature?
Since we went to Dublin.
Just a few short months, then?
Yeah. At the start, I wasn't after, I just wanted to help her.
Was that the only reason it took so long for your relationship to blossom?
Well, that and what Trevor did to her. See, he killed her trust in people. Wasn't just her body that he battered. He broke her heart and nearly destroyed her mind and all.
And you consummated this relationship in that bed and breakfast in Dublin when you were fugitives from the law.
Yeah, that's right.
2 years after you met.
Yeah.
2 months after you bought a house from her.
Yeah.
Mrs. Jordache is pregnant, is she not?
Yes.
And you're the father?
Yes.
Could you tell the court when the baby is due?
October.
And so it was conceived in, February.
Yeah, that's right.
Not in Dublin, by any chance.
Yes.
Following your first liaison with Mrs. Jordache.
Yes.
That's incredible, isn't it?
What is?
Well, that you expect the court to believe that you had no kind of physical relationship with a woman that you effectively courted for the best part of 2 years, and that on the occasion of your very first sexual encounter, you make her pregnant.
It's true.
When did she tell you she'd killed him?
Before we went to Ireland.
No.
Yes?
No, you knew earlier. You were lovers earlier.
No.
Both Brenner and Rachel Jordache say you were.
No.
Mr. Sweeney, earlier under oath, you said your relationship with Mrs. Jordache began because you wanted to help her.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, why her and not any of the other customers on your window cleaning round?
Because she needed help.
I put it to you, Mr. Sweeney, that far from having some overdeveloped sense of philanthropy, there was in fact a major degree of self-interest in your actions, motivated by a strong physical attraction for Mrs. Jordache, an attraction which was mutual, and which gradually, very quickly developed into a full-blown affair sometime prior to Trevor Jordache's death.
No.
So you deny being attracted to the mother of your unborn child?
No, but...
Indeed, such was the strength of your attraction. Is it not the case that you would have been willing to do anything on her behalf? Mr. Sweeney? Would you or would you not have been willing to do anything to help Amanda Jordache in her hour of need?
Yes.
To a point where, after your arrest in the Republic of Ireland, you actually confessed to murdering Trevor Jordache yourself?
Yes.
A confession which proved to be false?
Yeah.
Why?
Why what?
Why did you confess to a murder you never committed?
Because I'd have been happy to stand in that dock for the pair of them. You don't know what their life was like. You don't know what that animal did to them.
Neither do you, Mr. Sweeney. All you know is what you were told by Amanda Jordache, a woman with whom you were utterly besotted.
She told me the truth.
No, no, no. She told you a pack of lies, and you believed her because you had to. And when she had you completely under her spell, she made you privy to her horrific crime.
No, you've got it all wrong.
How else could you live with that dreadful secret? How else could your conscience allow you to remain silent and keep the woman you love out of prison than by convincing yourself that her outlandish allegations of rape and incest rang true?
No, you've got it all wrong.
I pity you, Mr. Sweeney. You've been used from start to finish by a woman with one aim in mind.
No.
To evade punishment for the slaying of her husband, Amanda Jordache drew you like a moth to a flame. She created a fictitious world of abuse for you to sympathize with, made you her confessor so that she could offload her guilt, forced you to buy the very house where this heinous crime took place, snared you into fathering her child, and finally pushed you into a pathetic, failed attempt to carry the can for Trevor Jordache's murder.
It wasn't like that.
You've been a fool, Mr. Sweeney. But then again, who in the face of such manipulative prowess would have a hope in Hades of escaping such a web? No further questions.
The final day of this special week of Brookside can be seen tomorrow at 8:30.